Jointed game, but pleased that we won. We got 4 of our 5 game goals. We out-rebounded them. We only turned it over 4 times. Q, 6 assists, 0 turnovers, very good. Thought Breed, great to see him out there, 4 assists, no turnovers. Those guys were really good. We got 32 deflections and we got 6 turkeys. One game goal we didn't get was we were supposed to make more free throws than they attempted, so we came up quite a bit short on that one. A good win. Thought our second half was good. Really proud of Paul, set his career high. Darian, obviously, over 30 and 10. What was it, 32 and 10? Something like that. So pleased that those guys were able to pick us up. We got to be smarter. Can't have guys getting kicked out of games. We'll take it.
Coach, what was kind of the reasoning the officials gave you about Trey getting ejected?
Said I don't know. They said he pushed the guy, which I think he did, but I think there was some stuff before that. So I didn't really. You can't really go back and change that. So you just keep on moving. It wasn't deemed a fight, so you don't have to miss the next game if it's not deemed a fight. So it wasn't deemed a fight, but just kind of move forward.
Will, Darian said you've been getting on him about his rebounding. I got to figure you're pleased about the effort tonight. What you see from him on the boards?
Yeah, I thought he was way better on the boards tonight, especially defensive rebounding. I've been all over him about defensive rebounding. We haven't been as good at some of the other positions at defensive rebounding. Defensive rebounding, in theory, you should be 5-on-4 or 5-on-3 if you have your guys doing it with the other 2 getting back for transition defense. But we've been trying to defensive rebound 3-on-3, and it's tough. We only gave up 1 offensive rebound in the first half. Gave up, I think, 4 more in the second half, but makes it tough. But I thought Darian played really, really well, which, look, we needed. We were down bodies. We needed it.
I know we've talked quite a few times about Paul McNeil throughout these, but tonight, 27 points for him, new career high. What does it mean to see him not only growing in confidence, but continue to put up massive numbers so far this season?
Yeah, just proud of him. He texted me that he'd been dreaming about having a breakout game. We were texting last night, so when he came out, I told him, I said, boy, your dreams came true. No, he works so hard and does everything that you want him to do, and is just a great person, and really grown off the court, which has allowed him to grow on the court. And so just extremely proud of him, and pleased with, to see, that he could see his hard work pay off.
Coach, you mentioned Alan Breed and getting him out there. Obviously, you've been around him for a long time. Just what's it like to see him finally, get significant minutes and really do well after all he's been through?
I was talking with him earlier today, and I told him, I said, look, man, you don't need to prove anything to me. I know how good you are. Just go out there and be yourself. And I was trying to take some pressure off of him because he wants to just show, he wants to hit a grand slam every time. And, 4 assists, no turnovers, made the tough layup, made a free throw, missed the front end of the 101. But he was just smooth, and he's what we needed. We were down a point guard. We knew we were going to play him some because we weren't going to have Terrence today. But, we didn't know we were going to have to play him 26 minutes or 27 minutes. But just if everybody knew what he'd been through and everything he's gone through just to get back to this point to play, incredible, and I'm really, I'm proud of him, very proud of him.
Well, it looked like Ben had some sort of something on his wrist or his hand or whatever. How's he's doing, and how do you sort of evaluate his performance despite it?
Yeah, Vin, so he sprained his ligaments in his thumb in practice on, what's today, Wednesday, on Sunday. So he's been wearing that. He hadn't done a whole lot, but he was able to get out and play. We've got to get him tomorrow. He's going to a hand specialist so we can get him a little bit better contraption that's not as burdensome on him. But I thought, look, he was 4 or 5 from the free throw line. I was joking with him in practice. It helps because it keeps his palm off the ball, so he's able to shoot it off his fingertips. I was pleased with him, and we just tried to be cognizant. We're going to need Vin quite a bit, and we don't want to just overload him with minutes. And Thought Musa was phenomenal again tonight, 4 offensive rebounds, and thought he was really, really good. So,
Coach, not to look too far past this game, but you got VCU on Monday, probably the biggest test for your squad early on.
not probably.
Is the biggest test. Talk a little bit about that game. What are you expecting?
I mean, look, we've got 5 high major games coming up. We've got the VCU game, 3 in Maui, and then at Auburn. So it's about to get real quick. And we've got to improve, and we're going to have to play better. What worked in these games won't work against VCU. So we have a ton of respect for their program. I know they beat St. Peter's tonight. Excellent program, excellent team, and it will be a huge test. And hopefully we'll have a great crowd on Monday night. Because look, I've been on the other side of that, been the head coach of VCU, and I know how important these games are. And so we're gonna get their best shot and everything that they got.
You mentioned Allen and everything he's gone through. What did that recovery look like from his injury last year to get to this point now?
I mean, it was long road, and there were days that you didn't know if he'd ever play again. And we've seen a bunch of different specialists. We've gone to a bunch of different people, a bunch of different PT things, and so Sean Eddy, our athletic trainer, has done a great job with him the last 6 weeks and really progressed him, where he needs to. And so there's a team effort from a lot of folks in sports medicine and from Allen. I mean, it's hard to keep showing up every day if you don't ever know if you're going to be able to play again. That's hard to do, and for him to be able to do that and see him rewarded and play in front of this crowd and be able to perform well was really nice.
Well, when your team gets a huge lead in the second half and the game's no longer in doubt, what kind of standard are you looking for your team to play at?
Well, we played to the 5 standards. Like I said, the only one we didn't get was the free throws. So we wanted to make sure we didn't turn the ball over. We've been giving away efficiency points at the end of these games the last couple games, and so we wanted to be more steady and even with what we were doing. We dropped 3 spots after UAB lost to Alabama State last night because we gave up 23 points to UAB in the last 7 minutes, and so we were very cognizant of that and have been on point with that. And our defensive efficiency tonight was great, except for the fouling. I mean, that's the biggest statistical anomaly you'll ever see, when a team outscores another team 42-8 in the paint. You can go back 10 years and find stat sheets and won't find a team that outscores somebody 42-8 in the paint. Let's call it 30+ points, and gets outshot 41-23 at the free throw line, 18 at the free throw line. It's impossible. It's absolutely impossible. And so, that kills your defensive efficiency. You're just walking them to the free throw line. Thank God they missed 10 free throws in the first half. Been a tie game if they hadn't missed all the free throws. But 42-8 in the paint and 41-23 at the free throw line is hard to overcome, and give our guys a lot of credit, for doing that. But statistically, it's impossible. You guys get to work on that and find me a game. I'm serious. Find me a game where the other team outscored the team by 34 in the paint, which is where all the fouls occur, and was outshot 18 at the free throw line. If you can find me a game in the last 10 years, I'll buy you dinner.
Last one.
You had mentioned VCU, obviously a program you know well. How much did those 2 years as the head coach there kind of shape the way coach you are now?
At the time, I loved VCU. I loved my time there. I was too eager to leave like everybody else had left there. It's a great program, great place. The athletic director is phenomenal. He had a hand in me getting this job. He's good friends with Boo. It's a great place, great fans. I'm having breakfast with some of their fans that day. I still keep in touch with a lot of those folks. And so it's an incredible basketball spot. Look, I was thrown into the fire. I replaced, the best coach there of all time. Took him to the Final Four, and I was just trying not to screw it up. They gave me the keys to a Ferrari and said, drive fast, don't put this thing in the ditch. So I was just trying to keep that bad boy between the lines. And, went to the tournament both years and won a game, beat Oregon State, had Oklahoma on the ropes in Oklahoma City. They went to the Final Four that year. We had them on the ropes. Got beat. But great place, great fan support, tremendous program. I was fortunate I got to coach there. Anybody can win there. They can hire any of y'all, you'd win there. I mean, they got the support. It's a big time. It's a big time spot. And so they'll be ready. They'll bring a good crowd. They'll have a bunch of folks that come down here. So one of their biggest supporters is actually a big NC State fan as well. So, yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be a big challenge for us. Like I said, it's the first of our high majors. It'll be a quad 1, quad 2 game for us. And so, it's a big game as we start to try to, to build a resume that's distinguishable from other folks.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.